Hello, Wronglings. I'm out again in the van this time. I did a tent camp last, so next time I'm in the van. Quite a simple one. Just at the beach. See the beach there. I haven't been to this one for a while. I came back here right in the early days of the channel, like when I was doing car camping. I did a few car camps when I first started the channel, because that's all I kind of had. It's the only equipment I had, and I came here then a couple of times. I haven't been back here for a long time. So it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a simple one today. I should just be chilling by the beach, sitting in the van. I've got a new piece of new for the van, which is quite a luxury, but I'm quite pleased with it. So I'll show you that later. Oh, I'm just gonna scratch the face. I'm just gonna grab myself a can before I explain what's going on. So my new piece of new is, and I deliberated over this for a long time, because at what point does camping have to be like a hardship? Does it have to be like, you know, I mean, there's lots of arguments over, well, if you're not, you know, if you're not sort of, sorry, if you're not slumming it, you're not camping, you know. What point does it transition from camping to, oh, you're not camping anymore because, you know, you might as well stay at home? So at what point, so where does this come in the scheme of things, do you think? I bought a DVD player for £55. It runs off of has a remote control. Is that on? Have I turned it on? Yes, I turned it on. I don't think I can play anything because I'm not sure how the copyright thing works. But so I bought a DVD player. It runs off of the 12-volt electricity, like in a car. You can plug it into the wall. It comes with cables to plug it into an external TV. I think it's going to play a DVD. Yes, so I'm going to turn it around because I'm a little unsure of the copyright rules. Because it remembers where you were last time as well. It remembers what you were playing. So it started playing that. Yeah, it's £55. It has a swivel head, so you can turn it around. So when I'm on the sofa, I can do that. When I want to go for a poo, I can swap it around there and still watch TV while I'm having a poo. Marvellous. Wherever I am in the house, I can have the DVD. And it all folds completely flat like a sort of tablet, so you can, well, it's a safe space, I guess, and or use it as a leg, you know, like a V shape as a leg. So I looked into Blu-rays and they were like 250 at the sort of, you know, going from shot up at like 200 quid just by being, and unfortunately I've got more Blu-rays, so, but I couldn't justify paying that much. But £55 is not bad, and it works really well. I've been watching it. As I say, it's a swivel head, so perfect for here because you can just move it around to wherever you are in the van. And yeah, I mean, yeah, the way I justified it is I think nothing of being in my van and looking at my phone on Netflix or whatever. So isn't this just the same thing? But for some reason, despite the fact that makes sense, it is kind of the same thing, I still sort of stood there looking at it online and going, you know, how much luxury can you put into a camp before you're not camping? I don't know, because I've got a fridge and a freezer. I've got power, obviously. to power, you know, sort of low power. You can't put power tools through it, but you can power, like, you know, simple things like the DVD player and the fridge and the freezer, and charge your phones and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I feel that if I took a DVD, say I had power and I could power a DVD player when I was camping, I'd feel that that was a bit of a cheat, and I'm not really sure why. I feel that's crossing over a little bit. I bought a table camping. You watched my last... Oh no, it hasn't come out yet. It might be out by the time this comes out. But I've bought a table to take camping with me, and even that I was kind of thinking, a table while you're camping in a tent, you know, isn't that a bit luxury? Isn't that a bit, you know? I don't know. I don't know where the line is drawn. And does it matter? Does it matter if you bring luxuries with you? You know, when it gets dark, whether you're camping in a camper or a tent, when it gets dark and there's no view to see, so you're inside, I mean, surely that's okay to sort of watch something, or there was a woman on the skateboard there who... There was a woman on a skateboard there who was about like 60. She was on a skateboard. You get some characters here. I'll get you, you know, I'll give you that, because you sit and watch. You get some real characters. Good to her. You know, good on her. Brilliant. You look a bit weird, but brilliant. If you're on a skateboard at 60, if that's how old she was, power to you. Pardon me. So anyway, so yeah, that was the question I had. There's part of me that loves camping, has always liked camping my whole life, and half the fun of camping is getting out your tent and all your bits, and it's all yours as well. You're not going to a hotel at someone else's. You get all your bits and I love it, all the gadgety things. You know, you get all these things that are made for space saving and that, because they're for, you know, camping your tent, and you know, and it is a slight more hardship. It's not as comfortable as being at home, but there's something really nice about being out in nature, and the sounds and stuff, and that kind of makes me feel, when I buy luxurious stuff, I'm pulling away from that, but I can't. Also, I'm fighting with it. It's trying to pull me away, but I don't know. Is that okay? Yeah, am I cheating? Should I just stay at home because you've got so many luxuries? I don't know. I mean, this van has running water and everything. You know, I've mentioned all the other stuff actually, so there's no point mentioning it again. So, and you know, so it's as comfortable as being at home. So, is that camping anymore? Oh, I'm not sure you're going to pick this up, but I can see the moon. It's like 6 o'clock. And these screens are so small, I'm not sure if you're going to see it. But there's the moon already. When you go over there, there's the sun. Sharing the same sky. How beautiful is that? It's a lovely place here. As I say, I haven't been here for a while. And the only downside, if you can call it a downside, is that you're right next to the promenade. So 17 kajillion people walk past, run past. A lot of runners running past. And yeah, and I ain't one of them. So I can't even run to the toilet, let alone the 20 miles they run. So I was just going through my I mostly have Blu-rays, so I haven't really got many DVDs. I was going through the DVD collection, and I've seen them all like 100 times before, what few there was in there. It's, as I say, it's mostly Blu-rays. But I found a film called Ginger Snaps. I haven't watched that for donkey's years. So I've just finished watching that. So on my new DVD player, yes indeed. I've got a boil in the bag rice on the go. I'm going to have chicken tikka masala. Chicken tikka masala. So I'm going to have a nice little curry. I did say much earlier that I was going to have something to eat, but I ended up having a snack, and then when I had a snack I kind of thought, well, I don't fancy a whole meal now, and so a lot of time has passed and I'm up for the meal again. So as I say, I got the old kettle on the go, boiling pot boiling the rice, and once that's done I'll just stick the old I mean, I can stick that in the water I've already used to boil the rice, or I could put it in a separate container, or I could just tip the water away and pour it into there and just eat it out there, perhaps. There's many options available. Excuse me, just had a Pepsi, so it's about that. So yeah, so I've got dinner on the go, and I shall be munching on that in a minute. Had to concede and get another pan. I figured that would be the best way to do it. To get another pan, warm it up, and just dump the rice straight into there, because when you got wash up by hand, I try to do as little washing up as possible, so I don't want to put it onto another plate and then again put it onto another plate and then again have something extra to wash up. So that's the way I'm going to do it. That's heating up nicely. I'm going to dump that bag in there and Bob's your uncle. Oh yeah. Yummy scrambled lunches. While the film was finished and I was cooking, heating stuff up, I was looking around and thinking, I've got a pretty good setup here now. I think I've reached the point where I'm done. Yeah, because when you're doing it yourself, well, when I was doing it myself, I didn't have a plan. I didn't go, right, I'm going to have a bit over there, but I just sort of built it all together, because I've had quite a few campers and caravans, and I know the layout and I know why they do what they do. So I kind of had a sort of a starting point, an imprint of various layouts and what I wanted. But doing it that way, you're constantly going, oh, if I can add that, if I can change that, move that, I'll put another one of them on there. And I had all these ideas, you know, like about the stove that you were just looking at. You know, I can pull that right over to me now, instead of leaning right forward and go, or having to stand up or something. I can sit back in the sofa and I can pull the whole thing over to me and do it here, and move it out of the way when I want to get up or so. Little things like that. Add an extra bit of kitchen top and what have you. Oh, and my newest addition is very crude and rudimentary, but it was going to be temporary, but I'm going to leave it like that now. You've got this funnel that goes down into it's a petrol can, but I only bought that because it was cheap. I wanted something, the cheapest container I could find, and that was the cheapest one I could find. So when, you know, there's the bowl with a bowl of something I ate earlier, still in it, waiting to be washed. So when that's full up and I wash my hands or whatever I'm doing, I just tip it into the funnel that goes down into the water bottle. Because before now, I have been chucking it outside, which I don't really want to do if I can help it. I'd rather take it home and dispose of it at home. It's only washing up water and that, but I still don't feel comfortable throwing it all over the road. So I thought I'll just do that temporarily, and then whenever I've got wastewater, I'll just tip it into there. It's a nice big funnel. I screwed that to the edge, and until I work out, you know, a proper sort of waste system, like a proper prep sink with a. And I was thinking, you know what? It's not in anyone's way. It's really easy to tip it in there. You don't spill it or anything because it's a nice big funnel, and it works. And I'm thinking, I'm going to leave it like that. I don't. It's not in the way or anything, so I don't see any need to do any more than that. You know, I'm happy with that. So, yeah, I'm not gonna try and improve it. It was only temporary, and I've been using it like that for ages, and not once have I ever thought, oh, I can't wait to get rid of this thing. It's so easy and useful. I just decided, oh, I'm not gonna. Just now, just like literally just now, looking around, I'm thinking, I'm not gonna change that because not once have I ever complained or been bothered by it. So what's the point of me going through the expense of putting like proper plumbing in and a proper bowl with a hole in it and a plug and all this stuff when I'm happy? I've not once ever complained or been annoyed with the way it is now, which is only temporary. And that led me to look around and go, you know, I think I'm done. I don't think I can do anything else. Arguably one day I might to get, arguably maybe one day I'd like to get a more powerful inverter so I can plug a heater in without it tripping. And I think that's a fault of the inverter. My battery is massive, so that can power it. But I think my inverter is not powerful enough. So I might have to upgrade that. The ones that are really powerful, really expensive, so it won't be anytime soon. But maybe upgrade that for next, hopefully one day, maybe next year when the cold comes back, and purely so I can have a heater. I don't need anything else. I only run the fridge freezer, which this one powers quite happily. Yeah, I've got the DVD player now, it powers that and the fridge freezer quite happily. I've had the fridge freezer, the DVD player and a couple of things charging, and it handles that perfectly, no problem at all. Plugged the heater in, it went trip. Even though it was a really low powered camping, it wasn't even a very big one, it was like the lowest powered one I could find. It just went trip, can't do it. So so it'd be only for the heater, so I'm not even in a rush for that. But other than that, I cannot see anything I want to do. I've got enough shelves, enough storage, you know, fridge, freezer, power, toilet. You know, the bed it's made of old sofa cushions, but for the moment it's comfortable, and I don't see the point of changing that. It would look nicer, perhaps, arguably, if it wasn't sofa cushions, but I can't think of anything else. I think I'm there finally, after tweaking it here, tweaking it there, tweaking it all over. I think I'm finally there. A beautiful sunset. Lovely, isn't it? Gorgeous colour. And here's the water. That's a lovely blue tinge to it as well. It's a bit windy, so I hope my mic's doing a good job. Got a new mic, and it's got a muff on it as well. It's a bit of a breeze. I think this is the first time I've used it with a significant wind. It's not like super strong, but it's enough to cause any normal mic to some significant sound. There we are. I've just been on quite a long walk, but I didn't want to, it would have been boring to show you the whole walk. Can't hear this noise from the noise of the sea from the van. It's too far away, but it's a lovely sound. I love that sound. I like the beach just as much, well, just as much, more, I don't know. More than the woods, I don't know. I was fortunate enough to be doing a camp last night in a tent, and then tonight I'm doing the van. It's nice to be able to do both, one each night. And I'll schedule them to come out at different times, but so I had the lovely birds tweeting and everything last night, and this morning I've got the lovely beach. Sound of the sea coming in. Although it's not going to be with me right next to the van though. So I can come down and listen to it. I expect I'll pop out again tonight when it's really when it's dark. Pop out and have another little listen, because it's lovely in the dark as well. There's nobody about, and it's just the sound of the sea. There's quite a few people here at the moment. Look at that orange sky, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Just a little old beach. The temperature's dropped quite considerably. Don't bother me, I'm in the van tonight. But out here, it's just suddenly, it was really warm sun, and now suddenly it's just plummeted. And it's actually freezing, my hands are freezing. Strange how the temperature's just, in the space of an hour, it's just gone from hot and I couldn't even put a jumper on to freezing, and I've got a down jacket on. It's probably something to do with being by the beach. Yeah, there's a much colder breeze coming in. Right, I'll make my way back to the van now. I never know whether to call it a camper or a van, because it's both. It's a vamper or campan. A vamper, I like that. Going back to the vamper. Fortunately, its nickname is Pig Boy, because the number plate kind of looks like it says Pig Boy. Fitting, I guess, to a fat old bloke like me. Anyway, I'll catch you back at the van. Sounds like there's a party going on over there. I can hear a lot of kerfuffle. But it doesn't matter, today's not a stealth. This is not a stealth camp, because I'm parked along the seafront, and after a certain time, I think 6 o'clock, I know 6 o'clock because I checked, after 6 o'clock there's no charge till 7 o'clock the next morning, I can't remember. So all I've got to do is make sure I'm gone before then. So any time after 6, I'm good to go. You're allowed to camp here, and there's no restrictions. Any vehicle, any camper, there's no restrictions whatsoever. So it's totally legit being here, and I couldn't care how loud I was, or I'm not stealthing it. It's nice and relaxed camp, this one. I'm excuse the itch. Yeah, so it's quite nice and relaxed, and I don't mind there's people there. I'm safe in my vehicle. I can lock the doors and it's not a problem, and they don't sound like rowdy people. It's just a bit of fun, a bit of noise from a party. So yeah, I was really shaken by that last time. No, not that. You probably see another camp. The however many camps ago that was now, I'm lost, where I had to leave, and it really kind of shook me up, because in the whole time I've had this channel, camping, I think, just because I've been camping my whole life. The whole time I've been camping, I've never had any trouble. I've never had to. I've bailed because of equipment failing or something like that. You know, I remember having to bail because my mat kept going down, and I pumped it up about 100 times through the night, and I just had enough. It was something like 4 in the morning, was it? I don't remember. It's on one of my videos. I just had enough. So I've had to bail for things like that, but I've never had to bail because I've been concerned. So yeah, I don't know what. You know, it shouldn't shake me up, because I know it can happen. I kind of know that's a possibility, but yeah, even then it still shook me up a bit. But I went to another campsite that I've been to millions of times before, that I've got confident I'll be fine, and I'm here now, which is legit. It doesn't matter who's about, because I'm allowed to be here, and I'm protected in a little box. And this isn't really a place that people can gather, because you're on the beach. You can't sort of hide on the beach, sort of thing. So I mean, they're having a little party up there, but they can't be disruptive, I don't think. Possibly they can, but it's a bit more open, you know, you're a bit more exposed. It's not like you can hide in the woods and be destructive. Oh, I'm hunching. Just realised I'm giving it all that. Oh. There we go. So yeah, yeah, I'm totally relaxed and chilled, and I'm enjoying it. You know, I had a good camp yesterday, and this is the same t-shirt I wore. It has been washed. It's not. I haven't been wearing the same clothes for 2 days, because I went on a camp yesterday wearing this t-shirt, and I'm camping out in a camper the next day wearing this t-shirt. I just realised, but no, I went home, changed, it got washed, and I just happened to grab it off the line, and it was the same one. Because I went out again that evening. So but yeah, it's another nice evening, and I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and then I'm gonna go to bed, because pretty tired actually. So I'm gonna say good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Now, I know I already did this yesterday when I first turned up, but it's such a gorgeous day, and we're owed this because for the last, I don't know how many months, we've gone through this really bad period of rain. And it's just not stopped raining, like every day, perhaps once out of a few months, once or twice it stops raining for a bit, you know, for like half a day or something. But and all the ground is wet because it won't drain. It's just too wet. It won't drain fast enough because it just won't give up. So we're owed this. Yeah, I know the UK has got a reputation for being a wet one, but it's not like that normally. So this is gorgeous, and I'm so elated that we've got a day such as it is. I mean, look at this. Beautiful blue sea, shimmering off the sun shimmering off the sea there. It's like being on holiday. It's like being in, for me, it's like being in another country on holiday. Look at that beautiful blue sky. Look at that. Way. Where's the sun gone? Look at that. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm a blue speck in the background there. My van's there. Pig boy. Look at that. It's like, oh, it's beautiful. So apologies if you're like, oh, I know you said, but I've been out here all morning, on the beach all morning, because it's gorgeous. I just woke up, opened the door, and the sun beaming through, watching 17 kajillion runners. That had nothing to do with anything, it's just an observation. And then this. It's like being in another country, a hot country. It's not UK. It's not like that in the UK until like dead of summer. So, and that's marvellous, isn't it? Love it. I just had to show, because oh my gosh. I'm gonna head off now. Got things to do, but oh, bit of a breeze. But yeah, so I mean, I'd love to be able to stay all day. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, I have other responsibilities. Also, you got to pay for parking. After 6 o'clock, it's free, but 7 o'clock in the morning, they start charging you again. And normally I'm off before 7 in the morning, but it's such a gorgeous day. I paid for a few hours of parking to enjoy this before I head off. Yeah, and I begrudge having to pay for a whole day's parking. Anyway, that's the end of this vid. Nothing more to say except for if you're watching it to the end, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.